Thousands of people move to Raleigh every year, but with hundreds of neighborhoods to choose from, most pick the wrong one and then regret it within months. Today I'm ranking Raleigh's suburbs from S-tier winners to D-tier challenges using real market data. After 35 years helping families find their perfect spot, I'll show you which neighborhoods are worth the price and which ones are traps. Some of these rankings will surprise you, especially the S-tier neighborhoods most newcomers have never even heard of. Let's begin this rank with D-tier. Now, these aren't bad places at all. They're communities where affordability is the main draw. But what you need to understand is the trade-offs. Clayton, North Carolina. Clayton has something a lot of people are looking for right now, and that is real affordability with a median house price of around $290,000. You're getting a lot more house for your money than almost anywhere else in the Triangle. Homes averaging about $203 per square foot and staying on the market for around 53 days. Clayton also has some nice local highlights like the Riverwalk on the Neuse, a scenic greenway that's perfect for a weekend stroll. It also has a downtown area that's been completely refreshed with restaurants and breweries. Now here's the trade-off. A lot of people work and research Triangle Park, or as we call it, RTP. But from Clayton, that commute could take you 45 minutes or even longer when traffic is heavy. So this may work for families with a flexible work schedule or a parent who works from home wherein distance becomes a lot more manageable. But if you want something that's just a little closer to Raleigh and still with the same kind of value, Knightdale may be the next spot to check out. Knightdale really hits that sweet spot between affordability and convenience. The median house price there is $420,000, and you're still getting a great value and a shorter drive to work. Homes average about $177 per square foot, and they usually stay on the market for about 60 days. It's got a lot going for it. Knightdale Station Park is a local favorite with full amenities. You've also got the shops and the Midway Plantation for shopping and dining, and downtown Raleigh is only a short drive away. Knightdale is closer than Clayton, but still keeps that great small town value. And if you like that small town baseball vibe, the next suburb may be your best option. We're heading now to Zebulon. It's got charm that comes with small towns and a historic downtown. The median home price here is about $331,000, so you're getting authenticity and great value all in one. Homes here average about $177 per square foot and usually stay on the market for about 62 days. You're only about a 30 to 40 minute drive from downtown Raleigh. So here's the thing. What makes these areas challenging is distance. They're a bit farther out, but it's a solid choice for families who want easy access to the Triangle without paying top-tier prices. And up next, we're heading to the C-tier, where the extra distance starts buying you something completely different. More luxury, more land, and a lot more green space. But first, if we hadn't met yet, I'm Marti Hampton, and I've been helping families navigate Raleigh real estate in the Triangle for over 35 years. I make these videos because I want you to have the real insider knowledge before you make one of the biggest decisions of your life. So if this breakdown is helping you figure out where you should actually be looking, hit the subscribe button below. Here's where things get interesting. In our C tier, we're going to talk about Chatham County, which is actually a high tier when it comes to luxury and land, but it's a way away from the employment centers. So you're getting beautiful neighborhoods surrounded by trees and green space, but your distance is the price that you're going to pay. In the Lake Jordan area, you can imagine a couple of acres all to yourself, surrounded by trees and a massive lake right down the road. That's Jordan Lake, and it's exactly what people think of when they imagine a peaceful life here in North Carolina. And this is one of the best spots in the state for anyone who loves the outdoors. So you're trading quick convenience for nature and space. For a lot of people, that's exactly what they want. And for retirees, remote workers, or anyone who just loves being outdoors, Jordan Lake is the kind of escape that you won't find in the suburbs. And if you like the idea of a close community with that same natural feel, the next suburb takes you to a new level, and that's Sanford. Sanford is one of the places that still has that classic North Carolina charm. The median home price there is only about $292,000. Homes average about $160 per square foot. And what makes Sanford special is that you'll find charming historic homes right alongside new builds. Downtown has local shops and a historic temple theater, and the community is so friendly that it feels like the kind of place where people still wave when they pass you by. And here's the thing, the affordability here really matters. So you're getting that small town lifestyle with real job growth thanks to the industries like manufacturing and biotech moving into our area. But something to keep in mind is that Sanford is about 45 minutes southwest of Raleigh. And if you love that small town charm with more traditional feel, Briar Chapel is the next stop on our list. Briar Chapel is one of the most popular neighborhoods near Jordan Lake. And here you have more than 900 acres of green space, 14 miles of walking and biking trails, and schools right inside your community. The median home price here is about $625,000, and the homes average about $260 per square foot. So you've got big clubhouses with fitness centers and pools for families who want space, value, and that traditional sense of community. Briar Chapel delivers all three. And now let's move to the B-tier suburbs, where access to the city gets easier and the growth is starting to take off. B-tier is where value meets momentum. These suburbs sit a little farther out, but they're growing fast, and all of this while prices still make sense for families watching their budgets. Let's start with Wake Forest. This area gives you bigger lots, beautiful homes, and a ton of new development. The median home price is around $458,000, with homes averaging about $230 per square foot. The downtown has that small town charm people just love. So you have local shops, greenways, and community events like the Wake Forest Farmers Market. Now, don't get me wrong, Wake Forest has some very exclusive neighborhoods, but if you're hoping to catch a Broadway show downtown or grab dinner and then go to the Memorial Auditorium, you're still looking at a long drive. From North Hills, it may be 30 minutes. From Wake Forest, that can stretch into nearly an hour in traffic. So that's why Wake Forest could be ideal for remote workers or families who want more land without paying the big prices. But let's see now this next suburb. It's about to get a huge boost, and that's Holly Springs, North Carolina. This one used to feel like a faraway suburb, and now it has the new 540 connection that allows quick and easy access to both Research Triangle Park and downtown Raleigh. This has completely changed the game here. The median home price is about $558,000, and homes average about $240 per square foot. It is known for being family friendly with great schools and steady job growth, especially in the life science industry. And the town itself has so much to offer. You have Bass Lake Park, Ting Park, and a growing downtown. And now with the new 540 extension, you're getting B-tier prices, but now you have an A-tier convenience. But these prices may not stay that way for long because there are big projects coming ahead that will surely change the market. You'll get to know about it later when we talk about a suburb that is building one of the most important hospitals in the county. But for now, for families and investors who can see what's coming, Holly Springs is one of those places where the value is still catching up to the potential. And if Holly Springs is where convenience meets growth, Fuquay Varina is where affordability still wins big. Fuquay Varina. I'll say it slow because if you're new here, you're going to mispronounce it. Fuquay Varina, one of the best values left in Wake County. The median home price here sits around $450,000, and the homes average about $215 per square foot. What's really cool about Fuquay Varina is that it actually has two downtowns, Fuquay and Varina, and each one has its own charm and local flavor. So you've got shops, restaurants, and a lot of new local breweries popping up that bring new life to this area. Fuquay Varina has grown grown a lot over the past decade. The new 540 connection has made a huge difference here too. So it ties Fuquay and Apex directly to Research Triangle Park and eventually to downtown Raleigh, which makes getting around much easier than it used to be. For first-time home buyers or families stretching their budget, Fuquay Varina offers real value and potential for long-term gain. You are still close to everything, but without the price tag of other suburbs. And now we move into the A tier, where schools and proximity to jobs start taking center stage. This is where families really start getting serious about schools, job access, and long-term equity gain. These suburbs are some of the closest areas to Research Triangle Park, which means shorter commutes and more time at home. So let's start with Cary. This place is not just popular, it is consistently ranked one of the most desirable places to live in the entire country. The median home price here is about $598,000, and homes typically sell in 44 days or less. That's how competitive this market is. Cary is one of the most expensive places to live in the Triangle, but you are getting a lot for your money. This is one of the most diverse communities in North Carolina, with more than 60 nationalities represented. There are extensive parks and greenways, and the schools are some of the best in our state. This is the #1 reason families choose this suburb. Downtown has an historic theater, local art centers, and a mix of amazing restaurants. Cary has that polished city feel, but it's still very walkable. And speaking of that, you'll want to see how the suburbs from Tier S take walkability to the next level. And its historic character creates value you simply can't replicate. So we'll get there later. Now from Cary, you are only about 12 minutes to RDU, our airport, and 20 to 30 minutes from Research Triangle Park. The lots here are smaller, but what you gain in location and the amenities make up for it. For families who value education and want their kids growing up in a global environment, Cary is worth every penny. And while Cary gives you that modern and urban polish, Apex brings something different, small town charm with major growth on the horizon. Apex motto really says it best, the peak of good living. Apex has gained national attention for its amazing quality of life. The median home price is about $575,000, and the market here moves fast, with homes selling in under 30 days. The historic downtown is picture perfect. Filled with local shops, cafes, and restaurants, you have Apex Community Park, the American Tobacco Trail, and community events. But here's what's about to change everything. UNC Health and Duke Health are building a $3 billion children's hospital campus right here in Apex. We're talking about 8,000 new jobs and hundreds of millions in annual wages. And around this new hospital, they're building a brand new community called Viridia. Construction starts in 2027, and when it's all done, this will be the biggest healthcare project North Carolina has ever seen. This will bring growth that we haven't seen in decades. Apex offers a great opportunity for families who want small town roots with big town access, and for investors who seek growth before the market fully prices it in. Now, I know this all sounds really good, but it's not the very best. So we're getting closer to the end of our ranking, and it only gets better from here. We're heading now to our last suburb on our Tier A, where homes are pretty impressive. Follow me to North Raleigh. What most people don't know about North Raleigh is that it has some of the largest residential lots in the entire Triangle. North Raleigh is known for its established neighborhoods and easy access to everything across the Triangle. Lots here are huge because builders had to protect Falls Lake, which supplies our drinking water. So the median home price here is about $490,000, with properties averaging around $244 per square foot. You have beautiful parks, great shopping and dining places. North Hills in particular puts you less than 30 minutes from downtown, and with I-540 nearby, you can get to Research Triangle Park, the airport, and other parts of the triangle with ease. For families who want strong schools, more land, and easy access to jobs, North Raleigh delivers that rare combination. And now we're reaching the very top tier where Raleigh's historic character and location create something truly special. S tier is called Inside the Beltline, ITB, and it's the very best addresses in Raleigh. Some of the most prestigious homes are not in new developments, but in classic neighborhoods many newcomers have never heard of. This is Inside the Beltline, where history, walkability, and exclusivity come together. First up, Glenwood South. Locals call it North Carolina's #1 nightlife spot, and they're not wrong. This is one of Raleigh's most vibrant area. This is the spot if you enjoy walking everywhere and meeting friends for dinner. This is your place. The median home price here is around $495,000, with homes selling for almost $430 per square foot. This includes downtown condos. Detached homes are not included. Homes stay on the market for about 70 days and usually sell just slightly below asking price. So of course you're paying for location and lifestyle, but if nightlife and walkability and that big city energy matter to you, Glenwood South delivers. And from this lively district, we move on to something that's totally different, and that's Raleigh's most historic neighborhood, Oakwood. Historic Oakwood has the largest collection of Victoria homes in all of North Carolina and sits right here in Raleigh, within walking distance to the governor's mansion. Historic Oakwood is officially listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The median sale price is around $945,000, with homes ranging from under $450,000 to more than $1.6 million. It was built between the late 1800s and the early 1900s. Living here feels peaceful, but you're still close enough to walk to downtown. People here love history, architecture, and gardening, and the homes here are stunning. They have tall ceilings and hardwood floors. The best part is those big front porches make you feel like you've stepped back in time. You simply can't build neighborhoods like this anymore. For buyers who value history, beauty, and convenience, Oakwood offers something truly special. And while Oakwood gives you charm and heritage, Barton takes things to the next level with Old Raleigh prestige. If you want to know where Raleigh's old money lives, it's Barton, the most prestigious neighborhood in the Five Points area. This median home price is around $1.8 million and up more than 7% year over year. This neighborhood has very large lots, tall oak trees. You'll find gorgeous homes with different styles like Georgians, Colonials, and the Tudor style. And you're only minutes from downtown Raleigh and the Five Points district. There you can find restaurants that have been there for decades and people still love them. This is where a generation of Raleigheites have called home. If you can buy in Barton, you're owning one of the city's most respected addresses. And speaking of space and prestige, Budleigh takes that same luxury and adds even more room to breathe. In Budleigh, you can find everything from a 1,000 square foot cottage to an 11,000 square foot estate, all minutes from downtown. These original homes were built about 1960s, and today's median price is about $2.8 million. Some of the newer high-end homes sell for about $568 per square foot. What makes Budleigh stand out is the variety. You'll see houses from mid-century that were perfectly remodeled, and also elegant colonials and brand new custom builds. The lots are big too, anywhere from about 1/4 of an acre to over an acre, which is pretty rare this close to downtown Raleigh. You're near Five Points and top amenities. It's a calm, friendly community with top-rated schools like Lacey Elementary and Barton High School. Budleigh gives you space, charm, and convenience all in one place. And that balance of comfort and value sets us up perfectly for White Oak, where smart buyers are focused on long-term growth and stability. White Oak is a neighborhood that you really should know about. White Oak has been ranked as one of the top places to live in all of North Carolina. The median home price here is around $2.2 million, with homes selling for almost $430 per square foot. This neighborhood stays in demand year after year, and there aren't many homes available. And when any of those homes hit the market, it usually goes very fast, sometimes even above asking price. You'll find everything from classic bungalows to beautifully renovated estates, all just minutes from downtown Raleigh, 5 Points, and Glenwood Avenue. If you're looking for a place inside the Beltline that feels timeless but also makes sense as a smart investment, White Oak checks all the boxes. And that kind of consistency flows right into our next stop, which is Fallon Park, where family life meets classic Raleigh charm. Here's how you know this next neighborhood is in high demand. Homes in Fallon Park sell in about 30 days, which is almost half the time it takes most other areas. The neighborhood was built between the 1920s and the 1950s, and the median sale price is about $970,000. Homes here go for about $507 per square foot. Right in the center, you've got a beautiful 10-acre park with walking paths, picnic spots, and a little stream running through it. You're less than 2 miles from downtown Raleigh, just a short walk or a bike ride away. The homes here are full of character. You have craftsman bungalows, Tudor and colonial style homes, and a few newer builds mixed in. And you're also close to some of Raleigh's best restaurants like Second Empire and Bloomsbury Bistro. Fallon Park is hard to beat for families who want walkability, bikeability, green space, and strong resale potential. And if that sounds great, just wait until you see what's next. Raleigh's most exclusive stretch, Kalper Drive. Kalper Drive in the Bloomsbury neighborhood. So now that we've reached the very top of Inside the Beltline living and the very best of our rank, homes here range from about $715,000 to more than $5 or $6 million. So every house here has that historic vibe. You'll see stunning custom homes that were carefully restored. Many of them are huge private lots surrounded by trees and beautiful gardens. You're just a short walk from the local boutiques, great local dining at 5 Points, including one of the neighborhood favorites, my favorite, Hayes Barton Cafe Bistro and Dessertery. This is the peak of Inside the Beltline living. You've got historic character, total privacy, and the kind of convenience that's hard to find anywhere else. For buyers who want elegance, location, and a true sense of Raleigh's history, Kalper Drive and White Oak Road are really as good as it gets. Now you know exactly what to look for in Raleigh, and more importantly, which neighborhoods to avoid based on your priorities. The right suburb can make or break your Raleigh experience. Right now, we're seeing some of the best opportunities that we've seen in years, especially in those A-tier and B-tier suburbs. But inventory moves fast, and the best properties in these neighborhoods will sell in 10 days or less. So if you're serious about making a move to Raleigh, reach out to us today. Shoot me an email at martihampton.com. We've helped families find the perfect neighborhood for over 35 years, and I'd love to help you get positioned before the market shifts again. And before you go, you need to watch my next video where I talk about the real insider information locals wish they'd known before moving. I break down the best communities for meeting people and the secrets that will save you from that awkward newcomer phase. Click the video popping up right now. I'll see you next time.